What's going on, guys? Super mad right now because I just recorded this entire video and it cut off part of it. Cool. Yeah, like I said in videos past, addressing the lighting issue. Need a new iPad. It's gotta happen, I guess, or get this one fixed. But here we go. Take two, I suppose. It should be better, I guess. I should be able to get into my points faster. But if you've been following my videos for the past couple months, I guess, or, at least since when the Bills have been 0-2, I have been all about the Bills getting to 7-6. Like, just somehow get to 7-6, and poof, that whole plan went up in smoke this past Sunday when the Bills lost to the Steelers, 27-20. But for the second week in a row, I did pick the Bills' score correctly. I picked 24 against the Raiders. They lost 28-24 Raiders, and they lost 38-24. I picked 23-20 Steelers, and they lost 27-20. I can't remember what I picked against Jacksonville, but I would think I was close. I think I picked 27-20, and they won 28-21. Anyway, enough of this. Because the Bills are 6-7. There's a 97% chance that the playoff streak is going to 17 years. Here's a fun thing. Tweet me. YouTube, my Twitter handle is the same as my YouTube username. Tweet me pictures of then and now. I'll try to find some. It's tough because most of that stuff is at my mom's house. But find a picture of where you were. If you weren't born, I don't need a picture of what. I don't need it. If you were alive, send me a picture of what you looked like the last time the Bills made the playoffs. In the end of 1999, beginning of the year 2000, and now I could probably figure it out from your handle or Twitter handle or something, your avatar or whatever it is. That's fun. There's a fun activity. I kind of struggled with what I even really wanted to talk about in this video. Do you really want me to preview the Browns game? The Bills against the 0-13 Cleveland Browns? I guess I'll talk about it in a little bit. Let's recap where we were. On Sunday, like I said, the Bills lost to the Steelers. It was an absolute mauling on the ground by Le'Veon Bell. He was the one-horse open sleigh for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was embarrassing, and the fact that Le'Veon Bell is an all-pro running back doesn't really make it any less embarrassing. The Steelers were throwing in the first half. I think Le'Veon Bell might have had somewhere around 30 yards rushing in the maybe 40 yards rushing in the first quarter. So that means he literally went for 200 across the last three quarters. And none of those were like breakaway 80-yard runs, dude. I think his longest run was like 30 to 35 yards in that area. So he was just gashing us on every carry. Run fits. There you go. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Run fits. F-I-T-S, obviously. That's all that needs to be said. The linebackers were getting blown up. The defensive line wasn't playing well. The passing game was okay, though, and, Rex is like one of the first guys to tell you that because they forced 3 picks. But, and he admitted that maybe part of the game plan to take away Antonio Brown was, they focused too much on that. And that's how Le'Veon Bell got loose all the time. And that is, I guess that would be kind of a maddening part, at least from a fan's perspective. You know that it's going to snow. You know that Ben Roethlisberger's record on the road is not nearly as good as his record at home. You have the weather report for the game, obviously. So why would you basically let them use your strength, which is running the ball on offense, against you? So, I don't know, that part's, it's a bit of a head scratcher, I guess. some people want to make it about effort, like the Bills were mailing it in, and I don't really think that the Bills were mailing it in. I think that I recognize that does happen across the league, that teams will check out. It's week 15. Some teams are not in it. It's Christmas is in 2 weeks, and you don't want to be hurt. You want to be with your family. You want to be rehabbing and stuff. You're going into the off season and whatnot. You want to be healthy. You want to enjoy yourself. I get that. Sometimes your contract is coming up, and you want to be healthy for March when the new league year starts. I get that. I don't think the Bills are necessarily mailing it in. There's a variety of reasons that the defense could have played that poorly. Rex even admitted that they started running plays they weren't practicing, which is not a good sign. But they were trying everything they could to stop him. Linebackers weren't really getting off blocks, but I don't know if it was for lack of effort. I don't think so. At least maybe that's a little bit being in denial. I don't know. I don't think so. I just don't think they gave up. The offense has the advantage of knowing where the play is going. The defense has to react. The field is slippery. It's wet. It's snowing. There's a variety of reasons that could go into that, like I said. Conversely, you could be like, well, why didn't the Bills get anything going on offense? And that's because Ryan Shazier just followed LaShawn McCoy everywhere he went. They just were like, let's just flock to McCoy and just make Tyrod Taylor beat us like that. Pass rush for the Steelers was great. Line blocking was terrible for the Bills, obviously, in the pass game and in the running game. It's not all Tyrod's fault, obviously, but by the same token, man, the guy just has to play better than that. And that's sort of where we're going with this. Like, the Bills at 6-7, future of Tyrod, future of Rex. That's all the talk has been about in the past couple of days. If I had to take a guess right now, I would say it's more likely that Rex is back than Tyrod, but there's a possibility that the two of them are like a package, so to say. Like, they could both go, they could both stay, and maybe it's more unlikely that just one of them stays. I don't know, I guess if I had to guess, I would say it's more unlikely that both of them are back. Because how do you really sell that? How do you really sell Tyrod Taylor and Rex Ryan again after a disappointing season, man, to say the least? You can blame it on injuries, you can blame it on whatever the heck you want to do, but it's we need to see some changes. Fans need to see some changes. The front office must be like, well, this isn't working, so hopefully, like, I don't know, I guess from my perspective too, if you just blow the whole thing up and start over again, like, that's what you've done, like, seemingly, 10 times since the drought started. It just keeps happening. We'll just blow it up, we'll get a new coach, we'll get a new quarterback in here, and we'll get it done. And whatever. It's annoying. Fans want to see Cardale Jones. Like, I get that part of it. I get why you would want to see Cardale Jones, so you could go to the off-season knowing if you got something or nothing. I don't know if that's the best idea. I don't think it would be that prudent to play Cardale Jones. I can see the case for it, but by the same token, you don't want to lose to the Browns. From Rex's perspective, he might be like, I need to win these games. If I could get 9-7, maybe, whatever, which seems pointless, I know, but he could maybe sell that point to the Pagulas if it came down to keeping his job. He's like, I need to win these games. We're not technically eliminated from the playoffs. I need to win, so I'm in the business of winning. That's what football is. I can't put Cardale Jones out there. And then Cardale Jones talked to the media a little bit this week and even said that, it would be tough for him to get ready this quickly. And there you go. There you go. So Tyrod gives him the best chance to win, in Rex's opinion, in my opinion. And when you're playing the Cleveland Browns, it just shouldn't freaking matter. But I get why you wouldn't want to risk it. It's a risky proposition, playing Cardale Jones. I don't think that the Pagulas should go down and be like, play Cardale Jones or whatever. I don't think that's a good idea. You don't want to force that on your coach, because then you get reputation as like an intrusive owner maybe. And I just don't. If you go fire Rex and then the next coach you're trying to hire knows that the owner's telling the coach what to do, I don't really like that idea. Just let it play out. I know it sucks. It sucks, man. Like, I'm here with you. You gotta let these last 3 games play out. I mean, they're not gonna go to the playoffs. I mean, there's a 3% chance. It's just not gonna happen this year. They're not gonna play meaningful games again until September in all likelihood. So, let this play out. You can't control it. I'm open to hearing your ideas. I'm not going to talk about prospective coaches for the Bills at least until they fire Rex Ryan. And I'm not entirely sold on the fact that they're going to do that. If I had to put money down, I guess I would. But I'm not. I'm far from the assumption that Rex Ryan won't be the coach next year. I'm warming up to the idea that Tyrod Taylor won't be the quarterback, though. Like I said, I mean, you just got to strive to be better than 31st or 32nd in the passing game, and you might end up turning the ball over a little bit more than you like to, but you might end up just having a better overall offense by becoming a threat in the passing game. You see, like, maybe not in this week as much, but you've heard multiple guys, they're like, well, what was the game plan against the Bills? Make Tyrod Taylor be a quarterback, and just think about that on the surface. That is, well, we wanted to make their quarterback be a quarterback. Like, red flag. The defenses are trying to make our quarterback play quarterback and throw the football, and we can't do it. We're just not good at throwing the ball. We haven't been good at throwing the ball for, like, ever. Since Drew Bledsoe. Whatever. You make the argument for Fitz or something, but it's just... It's blood boiling. Just, here we are. Here we are again. I started making these videos in, like, 2009. The TO year. I started making these videos in the TO year. The playoff drought was at what then? It must have been 9 or 10. So, and here we are, on the brink of 17. And on the brink of a new coach and new quarterback again. Blowing it up all over again. I guess a quick side point on Rex would be and Tyrod, like, their Bills are averaging 25 points a game. Right around 25 points a game. So, like, what is the advantage of having Rex, I guess, who's supposed to be, like, really good on defense? You would think if you're averaging 25 points a game, that should be good enough for a Rex Ryan defense to win. So maybe you could say that, like, that Rex Ryan defense is just, the game is past it, maybe. The offenses have passed it. And, I really couldn't tell you that you're wrong. From Tyrod Taylor's perspective, I think it's kind of unfair that I have now read that he has a clause in his contract where he gets paid the $27.5 million he's owed if he gets injured in these last 3, if he gets injured and it carries over into the new league year. So he's almost in a position where he might be like, wow, I'm better off getting hurt than I am playing these last, yeah. I'm just really, I have a better chance financially of making this money if I get hurt. That sucks. That's unfair to him. So that would be, I guess, one reason to play Cardale Jones, but he obviously needs to play for that contract still. To him, it could still be won. He could still win over the front office, maybe. Starts with the Browns. Not about to start previewing the Browns. They have RG3, they have Terrell Pryor, they have Isaiah Crowell, and Duke Johnson, and Jamie Collins, and they're 0-13, and the Bills are going to beat the Browns 30-17. 30-17 Bills. 7-7. Maybe still alive in the playoff hunt. We'll see what happens. Guys, like I said, hit me up on Twitter, subscribe, comment, all that good, fun stuff. I want to know what you're thinking. Like, I really want to hear people's ideas, thought out ideas. Don't come at me with stupid things. Like, I can't even come up with them. I'll know when I see them. No. End of the day, have a good weekend, guys. And as always, go Bills.